Hello everyone, my name is Nagasai. I'm a direct tax faculty in Masterminds. This video is about day before strategy in respect of the direct taxation for CMA inter students. So I know students you are doing very well in your exams, but so whatever happened in your past exams, don't think about that. Forget about the past exam. So don't even check the answers of the past exams. Stay focused only on the upcoming exams. Okay, tomorrow is our taxation. So I'm going to discuss day before strategy only in respect of direct taxation. Sir, while preparing for the taxation, that too in respect of direct taxation, it is very difficult to cover the entire syllabus in half day or 1.5 day. If you are writing only group 1, you will get 1.5 day. Or if you are writing both groups, you will get hardly half day. So we have to prepare in a strategic way. Okay. So while preparing direct taxation, give more importance to these chapters. So what are those chapters? Residential status 1 and 2, income from house properties, salaries, income from other source, set of carry forwards. You will get one 7-mark question. That means you will get total 5 7-mark questions from these chapters. So these are comparatively less syllabus when compared to other chapters like PGBP, capital gains, deductions, TDS, TCS. These are in syllabus wise, these are small chapters. Okay, you can easily revise these chapters before the exam. Okay, so in these chapters also give more importance to. I'm not telling you only study these concepts. I'm telling study all the concepts in these 5 chapters, but give more importance to these provisions. So mainly focus in residential status, 2 exceptions, and also deemed resident concept, and also section 5. So usually they will ask in combination of section 5 and section 6. So while studying income from house property, please give more importance computation of GAV in different cases and interest and also co-owners. Okay. Sir, while preparing salaries chapter, give more importance to allowance. Allowance is a very small topic. Give more importance to allowance and also retirement benefits. In retirement benefits also, please be focused on gratuity, leave salary, pension. Okay. And so while preparing for perquisites, give more importance to gift and also car benefit, use of motor car, use of mobile assets, sale of mobile assets. Okay. So please give more importance to this type of perquisites. Okay. Sir, while preparing income from other source, you have to study the entire section 56 student, which is very, very, very important. Okay. And also admissible deductions under section 57. So entire chapter is very important. You focus on these 2 sections. So set of carry forward, as you know, you will get one 7-mark direct question from set of carry forward. So you study the entire chapter. So after studying these 5 chapters, if you have time, solve these problems, these chapter problems. Don't study provisions and all. Solve directly the problems of PGBP, capital gains, deductions and clubbing. Sir, in deductions, normally you will not get a direct problem, but to calculate total income problem, you need deductions. So that too don't you don't have any time. Focus on only these deductions mainly: ATC, ATD, ATTTA, ATTTB, and ATG. While preparing PGBP, also focus on these sections 40A1 and 40A1A, 40A2, 40A3, 43B. So in capital gains also, definitely you will get one question from capital gains. In that capital gain question, so at least one exemption will be there. There are total 5 exemptions in our CMA inter syllabus. You give more importance to these 3 sections: 54, 54EC, 54F, and also format to compute capital gain, and section 49, computation of cost of equation. And if you have time, clubbing is a very, very small chapter. Try to study clubbing also. And very, very important note point is focus on MQPs, because recent exams they are asking from MQPs. So we have already included in our masterminds material MQPs, but if at all any MQPs which is released after our material has been released, you focus on that MQP questions. Very, very important. Sir, don't get tensed. Okay, you have prepared well, you have done your job. Okay, be focused, stay calm, eat healthy, and have a good sleep. Okay, don't eat any junk food at all. Eat healthy food. So stay calm and don't get tensed. I know you are going to rock your exam. Trust your preparation. Okay, trust your preparation. So don't uh, get scared of any exams. Don't get scared of any of the past exams. Don't think about the past exams at all. Only focus on the upcoming exams. Okay. So wish you all the very best. Try to get exemption taxation paper.
Good morning, my dear students. This is CA Uday Kumar, a faculty for Indirect Taxation CMA Interlevel. The purpose of this video is day before strategy. Sir, how we will prepare this GST within the less time? How we will prepare this entire indirect taxation in less time? Now, today I am going to suggest one best strategy to prepare this entire GST within the less time. Now, let us discuss. Now, entire indirect taxation is divided into two parts. Yes or no? We already know, right? GST part, customs. Now, first you have to practice. You have to practice MCQs in customs plus valuation chapters are two problems is sufficient. Don't practice all the problems in the customs valuation. You have to practice only the two questions. Now, the two questions will cover all the adjustments. All the adjustments are how to calculate the rate of duty, how to consider the exchange rate. You have to do that. You have to do. You have to solve the problems. Don't do the audit. You have to solve the two problems. Now it will take less time only. So the two problems is one is regarding the air, another is regarding the ship. Now one is regarding the air. If you import through air, how we will value that? How we will calculate the assessment value? If you import through ship, how to assess, how to calculate the assessment value? You have to solve these two questions. Why? Because the weightage plus MCQ plus valuation is almost 9 marks from customs. Now come to the next GST part. Now everybody know that is introduction to GST. Definitely there will be a chance of two theory question, or one theory question is from first chapter, another theory question is from second chapter. Now let us see here. Now there is a chance is there two theory questions from first chapter, or one theory question from first, or second theory question from second chapter. Now see here, there are 7 questions in the first chapter. You have to practice at least side headings. Remember, my dear student, the weightage in the GST part for the theory is 14 marks. 14 marks. Now, second theory, two theory questions will ask from directly from the first chapter. Sir, what are the advantages? What are the difference between the direct tax and indirect tax? What are the advantages of GST? What are the features of GST? What do you mean by GST and network? What is the GST council? What are the decisions that taken by the GST council? Now you have to pre-GST regime. What are the deficiencies in pre-GST regime? There is a 7 questions are there. If you practice these 7 questions, then definitely will get 7 to 14 marks. Now another is in second chapter, there is a scope is there for one theory question, that is difference between the composite supply and mixed supply. You have to practice well. Now after that, after studying this first chapter, then you have to move on to the levy and collection. Levy and collection, this chapter is divided into two parts. This chapter is divided into two parts. One is RCM, another is composition levy. Now I am telling that you have to give more important to the composition levy this time. After completion of composition levy, now you have to focus 10 to A also, means composition levy applicable to the service sector. You have to study well and practice one problem, just to one problem, and come to the RCM. You have to read the RCM, all the services which is covered under RCM, who will pay the tax under the RCM services, and you have to see his amendments in this RCM. Now, after completion of this levy and collection, then you have to come to the next chapter, time of supply. Now, you have to read this time of supply along with invoice, tax invoice chapter. After completion of time of supply, now you have to practice the flowchart which is given in our material. Now flowchart. What is the time of supply for goods? What is the time of supply for services? Under RCM, what is the time of supply for the goods? What is the time of supply for services? Now you have to practice this. You have to practice this. Do you understand? Now, after completion of time of supply, and thereafter you have to come to the valuation. Now, only practice transaction value. Only practice transaction value, and also practice the questions which is given in the MQP. Two MQPs, recent MQPs. Now, and the next one is fifth one, ITC. Now in ITC chapter, there are the two concepts are there. One concept is regarding conditions to claim ITC. Another is blocked credit. You have to practice these two topics. You have to practice these two topics. Now, and the sixth one, registration. In registration chapter, there is a one concept is there, effective date of registration. You have to practice one problem on this effective date of registration, and thereafter come back to the returns chapter. You have to read the due dates of all the returns, just due dates of all the returns, and finally please try to solve one comprehensive problem. One comprehensive problem means which cover the ITC utilization. ITC utilization problem means which credit can I utilize first, which credit, IGST or CGST or SGST. There is a utilization chart is there. You have to practice that problem, one problem on that. Now, if you read, if you give the more importance to this concept, definitely you will get 40 plus or 35 plus. Now, remember one thing, before starting the income tax preparation, before the exam, first you have to complete the GST part first. Why? Because income tax syllabus is used and GST part syllabus is less. Now, if you read GST part less first, if you give the first preference to GST part, then you can score more marks. Thereafter, you have to read the income tax. Now, this is my suggestion only. All the best, my dear students. We will meet after the exam.